Yes, we also see considerable force in the submission of learned counsel for the appellants that the High Court has misconceived the object of Order 30, Rule 33 of the Code and has erred in invoking it for the purpose of granting the plaintiff bank a decree. This is a case where the suit filed by the plaintiff bank had been dismissed by the trial court. The plaintiff bank had come up in appeal. It was entitled to challenge all the findings rendered against it by the trial court and seek a decree as prayed for in the plaint from the appellate court. Once it is found entitled to a decree on the basis of the reasoning of the appellate court, the suit could be decreed by reversing the appropriate findings of the trial court on which the dismissal of the suit was based. For this, no recourse to Order 30, Rule 33 is necessary. Order 30, Rule 33 enables the appellate court to pass any decree that ought to have been passed by the trial court or grant any further decree as the case may require, and the power could be exercised notwithstanding that the appeal was only against a part of the decree and could even be exercised in favor of the respondents, though the respondents might not have filed any appeal or objection against what has been decreed. There is no need to have recourse to Order 30, Rule 33 of the Code in a case where the suit of the plaintiff has been dismissed and the plaintiff has come up in appeal claiming a decree as prayed for by him in the suit. Stop. Para. On comparing the above mentioned provisions, it is clear that Article 17 of Schedule 2nd of the Court Fees Act is applicable in cases where the plaintiff seeks to obtain a declaratory decree without any consequential relief and there is no other provision under the Act for payment of fee relating to relief claimed. Article 17 of the Schedule 2nd of the Court Fees Act makes it clear that this article is applicable in cases where the plaintiff seeks to obtain a declaratory decree without consequential reliefs and there is no other provision under the Act for payment of fee relating to relief claimed. If there is no other provision under the Court Fees Act in case of a suit involving cancellation or adjudging, declaring void or voidable a will or sale deed on the question of payment of court fees, then Article 17 of Schedule 2nd shall be applicable. But if such relief is covered by any other provisions of the Court Fees Act, then Article 17 of Schedule 2nd will not be applicable. On a comparison between the Court Fees Act and the UP Amendment Act, it is clear that Section 7 of the UP Amendment Act covers suits for or involving cancellation or adjudging, declaring null and void decree for money or an instrument securing money or other property having such value. Stop.